Hey, didn't see you there. Hi, I'm Zachary Sharp, and I'm here to talk to you about propaganda. Propaganda is defined by ideas, facts, or allegations meant to further one's cause or damage an opposing cause. Propaganda originally became an important global force in World War I, where it was used to help make the public think that they were fighting for a noble cause. Propaganda really started to hit its peak in World War II, where Hitler became the father of what propaganda is today. There are 7 main propaganda techniques, each of which serves its own unique purpose, but all try to unify people under one cause. The first type of propaganda is bandwagon. Bandwagon is used to show that everybody is doing something, so you should too. It was primarily used to get people to enlist, but it can also be used for conserving materials, increasing labor, or buying war bonds. This is one example of bandwagon. It says all for the state, meaning that everyone can participate in some way, and that everybody should together become part of the cause. Another common type of propaganda is name calling. This is used to paint a negative portrait of your opposition and also unite the people who you're representing against that opposition. This is an example of name calling. Here, the Germans are portrayed as mad brutes who are going to take the American women. This can portray emotions in Americans and thus cause them to want to enlist. Another type of propaganda is loaded words. This uses powerful words to try to evoke emotions in the people who are viewing the poster. Here it says, Americans will always fight for liberty. This is important because it uses specific words to help people want to help the cause which is being represented here. Testimonials is another important type of propaganda. This uses a celebrity to endorse the cause which you're pushing. This was less popular back in that time and is more used now. Just plain folks is another style of propaganda, which is used to make politicians look like ordinary people and help the public relate to them. Here's an example of just plain folks with Hitler with a baby. This is trying to show the public that he's a decent person who can relate with the common people. Delicious. Another type of propaganda is glittering generalities. This uses words that don't necessarily mean anything, but it sounds really good and it can help boost the popularity of that idea. Yes, yes. I love you too, Bill Gates. Catch on the fly, brother. Glittering generalities is basically where it says words that sound really great, but it doesn't necessarily carry a lot of weight behind it. Here, this is a good example. Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer. It means one people, one nation, one leader. This sounds really great, and it gives people something which they can back, but it doesn't necessarily mean a lot because it can apply to pretty much anything. Propaganda led to something called total war. The first total war was in World War I. What that basically means is that the entire country is getting involved in the war. Everybody is helping out in some way, shape, or form. And the war is not just fought on the front, but it is also in everybody's lives. This is an example of World War I propaganda. This is used by the British to portray the Germans in an extremely negative light, using the name calling. Oh! You caught me arting. You know, at one point, Hitler was actually quoted of saying, propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. All that matters is propaganda. This shows the huge importance of propaganda in World War II and how it affected the war at all areas. In the end, the outcome of World War I and World War II was greatly affected by propaganda and the amount of supports and enlistments which it received. In the end, it led to the Allies' victory and greatly shaped what happens in this world today.